All right, so Go Away is a song that I hold dearly and that I find very special as well, amongst many other songs that I've recorded and produced. Because this is quite distinct in itself, because it stems from a place of love, hurt. It stems from a place of egos and pride, reflections on wanting something and not wanting, not something in particular, someone, push and pull energy and love and loss all at the same time in one particular song, so that's sort of reflection. And what makes it also special is the fact that it is comprised of three different genres, which is one which is more dominant is the trap. It has a trap energy. It has a subtle reggae, which you listening to right now, from the chords, from the piano, which has that pump in it. And the third is a little bit of afro elements going on. But then let's delve into the thought process or into the arrangement of the song. I'm going to make this brief as possible. Right, so we have electric piano playing right here, and I have my 808, right? Yeah. And so I have two different 808s playing the same sound, just with a subtle difference. I have my pad going on, right? Yeah. And then I usually have my pads for ambience, right? And then I have a cello as well. A cello is a stringed instrument. Yeah. So you can listen to it. It's quite subtle, it's inviting, calm. Not all instruments should be everywhere, right? So this is what we have. Yeah. And cellos are usually used sometimes in classical, most times in classical music, but being able to incorporate that into your song makes your song unique. And then I have keys, right? Let's turn that off a little bit, right? And I have under the keys, you notice that some of my instruments were consolidated. That's for a smoother playback and flow, right? It's my chord, and I have other chord playing, which is my major chord right here. Right? So just listen to this to have a feel of what it sounds like. Alright, I gotta turn the automation off a little because I have some automations playing, right? Aha, so the beauty comes out. So here we go. Never, I had the automations playing and I muted that effect. So alright, so this is what we have, right? And then I have my guitar right here. It has sort of a Strat guitar, right? It gives it that rock feeling. So it's you're looking at rock, a little bit of rock, you're looking at a little bit of afro and trap, right? And reggae at the same time, right? So it's an encapsulation of different genres, but still trap. The majority of the energy is trap, right? And that's my kick right here. It also doesn't take the usual kick, kick format. Yeah, right? So let's just mute that and see what a kick sounds like, Yeah. Yeah. With the instruments right here, my perks, right? So the hat carries that drill feeling, the drill progression, right? And I had a ream to support that, layer that with, okay? And a clap for a different bounce, right? Yeah. So another thing about this is that this was actually produced right here. I made the instrumental first, and much later on, when I had a certain experience to which I drew the muse from, or to which I drew the inspiration from, I was able to infuse all of those energies, channel those energies into my writing process for this song in itself. So all of what I mentioned earlier, I was able to draw inspiration from that and channeled that writing or creative writing towards this instrumental and made something beautiful out of it, right? So I have my tones and my conga just to give you some weight. I have some VOX going on as well, right? Yeah. So this is what I have, a VOX. I had some gross beats played, gross beat plugin on that VOX right there, right? Yeah. And so when it's turned off, it's just smooth. When it isn't, so fades and it pans, right? All right. All right. So this is what it is basically. Delving further into what most of my instruments usually have, what effects most of my instruments usually have. For the perks, I use transient processor and parametric EQ just to make it more tighter, or just to make it even much more tight than it usually is, right? For space and clarity, and to also remove muddy frequencies, right? So go away, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I have right here. Right? Now you feel the bounce, how smooth it is, how smooth it is. So the song in itself is quite energetic. It has a lot of energy to it. I like me some calm songs sometimes, and I like me some energetic songs most times. I like the happy songs. Yeah. And my pad. And the keys that gives it the sort of reggae feel. Right. And your 808s right here, and the cellos coming, right? And then your keys also, additional keys for layering effects, right? Right, and my hook. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it really is. Go away. I have my vocals right here. I usually like to record my vocals with Adobe before I run some. I do not do dynamics there. I just run some versions of cleanups and noise cancellation and denoising before exporting and bringing down to FL. So, ladies and gentlemen, Go Away, recorded in my bedroom, mixed and mastered by myself at 135 BPM. A genre fused or packed with a dominant trap style and rap and afro and reggae and a little bit of classical instrumentation going in between. So do well to share, stream, like, and yeah, always as usual, be you, stay you, do authentic activities. Peace out, cheers.